In Part 2, we will turn our attention to a series of highly ambitious super heavy tank projects designs that ultimately proved far too extravagant for a resource-poor nation such as Japan. Type 91 Heavy. Development of the Type 91, an 18-ton Japanese heavy tank featuring 3 turrets, began in 1927 and was completed in 1932. Nevertheless, it never entered mass production, and only a single prototype was ever built. Type 95. The Type 95 was developed by Japan on the basis of the Type 91. Its distinctive main turret was armed with a 70mm gun. In addition, it was equipped with a 37mm gun and 2 6.5mm machine guns. A total of 4 prototypes were constructed. Development of this super heavy tank originated from a proposal by Lieutenant Colonel Kuro of the Imperial Japanese Army Ministry. The project was undertaken by Mitsubishi, and the vehicle was therefore also known as Me-Too. Within the Army, its official designation was OI. Ultimately, the project was cancelled for a variety of reasons. The Mitsu 108 heavy tank project was developed according to a concept dating back to the 1930s, which envisioned a heavy breakthrough tank protected by only relatively thin bullet-resistant armor, but equipped with multiple turrets. By 1942, the program had reached its final stage. However, by that time the design had become obsolete, and the project was consequently cancelled. In 1942, Japan began to cooperate more closely with Germany in the field of armored vehicle development, leading to the emergence of the Type 3 Heavy Breakthrough Tank project. The design featured a single cast turret, a new suspension system, and was intended to be powered by an aircraft engine. Development was ultimately halted at the design stage. In 1943, Japan spent 645,000 Reichsmarks to purchase a single Tiger I tank, along with a complete transfer of technical documentation from Henschel. On the 14th of October 1943, the vehicle was disassembled in preparation for shipment to Japan by submarine. However, the transfer ultimately proved impossible, and Japan was never able to domestically produce the Tiger ONI. The ONI was the result of efforts to further develop the OI series, incorporating a more capable anti-tank armament. According to plans issued by the Army General Staff, the design was intended to feature enhanced armor protection. The project never progressed beyond the drawing board. Type 4 Ru-2. The Type 4 Ru-2 was a Japanese heavy tank project developed on the basis of accumulated domestic tank building experience, as well as German technical documentation. However, escalating requirements for armor protection and armament led to the project being terminated at the design stage. Oh-ho. The Oh-ho represented a further escalation of Japan's super heavy tank concept, emphasizing significantly increased armor protection. It was intended to be armed with a 150mm naval gun and equipped with 3 auxiliary turrets. The project was abandoned with the end of the war. Type 57. This late 1950s heavy tank project was based on intelligence assessments of Soviet tanks, featuring a welded hull with well-sloped armor. It was also designed with a cast turret mounting a new liquid-cooled 105mm gun. The project never entered production. The Type 63 project was developed by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries, featuring a nodding turret design and an isolated central weapons compartment with an auto-loading system installed at the rear. The project was terminated at the conceptual configuration and turret patent stage. Type 5. Type 2605. The Type 5, also known as Type 2605, was one of the proposed variants of the OI Super Heavy tank, developed during the Second World War. According to the plans, this vehicle was intended primarily for assaulting enemy fortifications and defensive positions, as well as for coastal defense operations. Type 68. In the late 1950s, The Chieftain FV-4201 began to shape the concept of the main battle tank. Japan likewise initiated efforts to develop its own MBT. The proposed design combined a low-profile silhouette, a hydraulic suspension system, a high rate of fire gun, and strong armor protection. However, the commander of the Japan Self-Defense Forces prioritized tanks in the 35 to 40-ton weight class. As a result, the vehicle proved too costly, and no prototypes were ever built.